Hey y'all, my name is Chandler Woods.
Hi, my name is Michaela
Hello,
Sinclair.
my name is Sam Nab.
Hi, my name is Abby Chambliss.
Hey everyone, my name is Zubeda Shanmugam. We're so excited to share our experiences with you. Welcome to Tech Talks.
So coming in, I did not know a single thing about research, but I did know I wanted to do startups. And lucky for me, Georgia Tech has wonderful programs in both. Entering Georgia Tech, I was very intrigued by the various startup opportunities that they mentioned, but on the brochures and in the campus tours and everything. So I was not hesitant to sign up for every startup opportunity they had. This included the CreateX Idea to Prototype, the Startup Lab, as well as the various clubs for startups like Startup Exchange.
So actually, prior to my first year at Georgia Tech, I went on a tech trek, which is essentially like a 2-week hiking outdoor experience. I ended up going to Quetico, Canada for 2 weeks. And so at the beginning of this group, we kind of had 4 like-minded individuals, so it was very different majors. So we had me, who was neuroscience, a computer science, a computer engineering, and biomedical engineering. So now we have like a machine learning and artificial intelligence software company, which is actually called Jade Technologies LLC, which we founded during my second semester at Tech as well, that promotes reading comprehension.
My friends and I founded a startup in the beginning of my freshman year, and we went through this entire process that first we learned in the classroom through Startup Lab, and then we made a prototype through the Idea to Prototype program. And then we actually brought it into reality and was able to do some testing on it and get some really good feedback.
I was a part of the CreateX for that, to create that startup. So when we were going through the whole process of, analyzing our problem, analyzing pain points, the CreateX program was great for us to have some mentors who have been through the process, seen businesses succeed, seen businesses fail, and kind of give us those pointers there on, where to go in terms of making sure our startup does succeed and actually does address an issue that people will actually, willingly spend their money to purchase our item.
Through the Startup Exchange and these various clubs, you get to meet other like-minded founders, and I think that's one of the best parts about Georgia Tech, because they get to bring in various very high-profile speakers.
Also, we were able to enter some startup competitions. One that we actually won first place was the Catapult Startup Competition held on Georgia Tech's campus, where you were able to essentially give a pitch to like judges from across the country at the time. It was definitely a great atmosphere to see like how you truly understand, your product, your business, your model. So that was a great one. We actually did enter the Inventor Prize freshman year, although we didn't win by any means, but it was definitely a good experience to, be able to get feedback on our product, as well as see what else is going on at Georgia Tech. My favorite part wasn't even just, talking to the judges who were judging us and evaluating our product. It was great to talk to other students who are actually also going through the startup process and developing their ideas and learning from them, and seeing what else is out there. Because, sometimes it's easy to focus on what you're doing, but the great thing about Adventure Prize, I was also able to see like, oh my gosh, all this other great stuff is going on campus.
Near the end of my first year, I started looking at various research labs, because being a research institution, Georgia Tech has just a wide array of professors and researchers at the top of their fields, and that's what intrigued me to apply. So once I joined in, I was suddenly in this whole new ecosystem of researchers in the grad school here at Georgia Tech and all these wonderful programs.
So I'm involved in electrophysiology research on campus. I go to a lab every week and I do it for credit, but you can also do it for pay, which I'm doing this summer. But basically I go to my lab and I have a postdoc research advisor, and I get to help with analysis of data.
As a pre-med student, I found this lab that really piqued my interest. It was investigating neuroinflammation and Alzheimer's disease. And so it was integrating cellular level biology with, a disease that's fairly prominent amongst many people in the world. And so I felt it was that perfect combination. I knew I wanted to get involved with.
I am a part of a lab on campus. So I am actually in the control lab, and that's actually at the Center for Advanced Brain Imaging, and that's the Cognitive Neuroscience at Tech Research Lab. One of the big things I wanted to do at Georgia Tech was I wanted to work with humans. And so the Center for Advanced Brain Imaging was a great opportunity to get involved with things like fMRI and MRI scanning and do research that way to where, I'm able to interact with humans and research them while also still being on campus and still, maintain that relationship with Georgia Tech as an undergrad.
I never expected that I would do research in college. I think I expected myself to go more into the corporate world. I think it's because it's a matter of like what is fed to me. But it was in my ME 2110 class, which is like creative design for mechanical engineers. And it was there that my professor recommended that I should go into research in design, which I also didn't even think to do or think that was a thing. And she really opened my eyes to how impactful research was in many different dimensions. I had a very tunnel vision view of what research was, and I've been loving research and all of that it spans.
And I think what's really unique about my research experience that I think is unique to Georgia Tech, that Georgia Tech is so supportive of their undergrads doing research. So my professor, he's super supportive. We're really close and we'll chat often, and Georgia Tech provides funding for their undergrads to pursue research projects and to pursue research conferences around the country and the world. And so it's been a really unique experience to have that hands-on experience.
We learn so much in class, but I think that when I sit there and like map neurons and I look at the data and I find trends, I'm teaching myself about neuroscience, but I'm also helping grow the field of neuroscience too.
And I'm going to my third semester of research now, and it's given me a whole new perspective on how Georgia Tech students and faculty can work together to solve real world problems, but not just solve them on paper, go out and apply them in the real world.
I really like research because it doesn't feel like I'm waiting. It doesn't feel like I'm waiting to get to my career. I feel like in undergraduate, I'm already making a difference in the world, and that's really exciting for me.